The big thing in my life is drug addiction and alcohol. Alcohol is a drug for anybody who doesn't know that, and that process has been a long and crazy one. And it didn't start out. Let me rephrase that. It did start out with addict tendencies from the first time, but the process took a long time to get to my bottom. And when I finally got to my bottom, I had a choice. I could turn it around and do something, or die, really.
Welcome to another episode of the Onward Podcast. This is your host, Emily Harman. I want to thank William for being on this episode, for having the courage to be interviewed by me, by his mother, and for having the courage to be humble and vulnerable. In this episode, we talk from a mother and son's perspective about addiction. And I am fortunate, very fortunate, that I have the benefit, the ability to still be talking to my son, because I know other mothers that have not been so fortunate as I have. Their sons, unfortunately, passed away from an overdose. And I'm just so thankful that I have not experienced that with my son. And never say never, as William and I discussed in this episode, but I'm very confident that I won't experience that.
I think that situation, I don't necessarily believe in God in the terms that a lot of people do, but like God, something bigger than myself, set that up for me to hit the point where I knew that I needed to go and get help. And it wasn't just that situation. For the previous 2 years, the cycle that I found myself in with working and drinking all through where I was drinking about 1 gallon to 1.5 gallons of vodka every day. That was my normal. That's what I needed to feel good.
You heard that right, every day.
Yeah. So I had to do that to maintain, and just going through those, I called them circles. I had this thing in my head where I would be like, I want to do this with my life, but I can't do that with my life because I don't have money. And I don't have money because all my extra income is spent on drugs, and I can't get off the drugs. And I go in these circles, and it just always came back. I have to stop doing drugs and drinking, or I'm not going to be able to do anything that I want to do. And I knew that, for like 2 years. And every night I would beat myself up to the point where I just drank to shut it off. And then I would pass out, wake up in the middle of the night, drink more, pass out till the morning my alarm went off, wake up, drink more. And I had to get myself to a certain level before I even left the house.